There's been times in my life where I felt so embarrassed about any small things, or even things that will be known to myself. The older I get, the less embarrassed I actually feel. And this is because I think when you actually have a goal, or when you're always in a cycle of, oh, I must achieve this, I must achieve that. In other words, when you don't have time and people's opinions don't matter anymore, you tend to feel less embarrassed by what people say or anything like that. No, because I used to be that type of person that used to, think about, embarrassing things I used to do back in the past. But I think maturing is realizing that you don't really care about what people have to say about you. I mean, you just have to do you, more or less. So, what I'm trying to say in this video is that when it comes to overcoming embarrassment, don't think about it too much. Think about your more important goals, or pretend as if the situation never even happened. I think if you dwell on it too much, then you'll just cringe and you'll probably just even, slap yourself and think, why on earth did I do that? But the less you think about it and you just, distract yourself from the situation, you embarrass yourself a lot, you know, less, and you don't think about it as before. And that way you actually focus on the things that, really matter to you. Because embarrassment is one of those stuff where, you think about it and it goes away, then you think about it again, and then you think to yourself, why did I do that? Of course, I still get those moments where, you know, I still do get embarrassed. But I'll never forget a couple of months ago or last year where I remember I was watching a YouTube video, and I remember one guy was saying that embarrassment is just a wasted emotion. Ever since he said that, that has pretty much changed the way I think about embarrassing myself. I don't get embarrassed as before after hearing that anymore, because it really is a wasted emotion. Let's be honest. Okay, you embarrass yourself. Okay, so what? There's nothing else to really think about other than that. So when it comes to, feeling embarrassed, in my opinion, you can obviously learn from it, but don't think about it too much. Of course, sometimes there are times where you shouldn't actually. There are times where embarrassing yourself can just be a fault of your own. Let's not deceive ourselves. But don't be thinking too much about embarrassing yourself. Think about your bigger and better goals. That's what I do, and I feel like that's what I've been doing since 2021 in particular. Where I've noticed to myself, I don't really get embarrassed as before. Even if somebody wants to think about it, let them think about it. At the end of the day, they're not going to live your life for you. They're not going to pay your bills. So this is just my advice.